Welcome back you guys to another video. Like I always say, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys like this video. This is a new person we got in the chair. I've cut his hair quite a few times before, but just never recorded it. This is my brother-in-law, and today we're gonna be giving him, I would say, like a medium-high skin fade. I'm not gonna go super high to the crown of his head, but I'm gonna make something happen. Creating that first guideline all the way around the head. Don't worry if it's not even at first, you guys. You can always go back around and adjust anything that doesn't look straight to you. Most clients' hair that I do cut, almost everybody does get skin fades or some type of skin on the bottom, as I'm doing right here. It just makes the haircut pop, and the haircut just takes a lot longer to grow back, so the haircut lasts a little bit longer. You get a little bit more time in between cuts when you go down the skin like this. Now I am going to create my second guideline. I'm not going to go up too high on this, as you guys can see. I will follow that pattern all the way around his head and just make sure that it's even. If it's not, go ahead and bring it up a little higher if necessary, but try not to take too big of a leap and make too big of a guideline, because then that just means you're going to be pushing up the fade, unless that's what the client asked for. Depending on the client's hair texture and just how thick their hair is, it will vary from time to time and client to client on how long it's going to take you to blend out that guideline. Sometimes their hair is really thick, so you just got to get the sharpest trimmer in your bunch and just stay patient throughout the whole process. I am blending into that darker line now with the number 1 guard. I am going to close it about halfway and then switch to the half guard and start down fading from there. As you can see, I'm not going up high at all. I'm just focusing on that very bottom line to get it blended out as best as I can at the moment. Just remember that throughout the process of you blending the hair, remember to keep brushing the hair. That way you can get any hair out the way and just have the hair laying in its natural position. When you're blending up into the hair, sometimes you'll kind of throw off the natural direction in which it lays, or it might just get a little messy in that area. So brushing it down will really help you guys to get the cleanest blend possible. Switching it up with the number 2 guard, he did agree that it was very dark, and so did I, so I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and chop that down with the number 2, and then after this I'm going to switch it up to the 1.5 guard to kind of start blending out that dark number 2 above. I'm coming in at all angles now, just hitting this side front piece with the number 1 guard. We'll slowly close that lever little by little, as always. You can see that I'm hitting it with a flicking out motion. It might not look like it in the video, but I am using the corners on both ends of the blade, not really trying to focus on using the middle of the blade at all. Finally moved on to the other side. We're going to go ahead and repeat the exact same steps that we did on the side before. As you guys can see throughout this whole cut, it's just been a nice little vibe. We've been talking the entire time. Him and I usually always do keep a good conversation, just seeing what's up to date on each other's lives. Y'all know the 411 when you're getting your hair cut by a barber. Y'all just talk whatever, but yeah, man, it's been a vibe. I'm zooming in a little more on this piece just so you guys can see kind of like the technique that I'm using. I'm honestly just using the corner of the blades, and it's doing all the work for me. Here's a better angle here than the previous side. This is the number 1 that I started blending after I blended out that first guideline. And as you can see, I'm not pushing that up high at all. We want to keep it as low as possible. But just follow along, you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and speed up these next few minutes. In case you did forget, because I know I don't really put it on the screen, this red guard right here is the 1.5 guard, and I'm just going to start blending into that dark line like I did on the previous side, and from here we'll go ahead and down fade. As you can see right here, after every few strokes, I'm just brushing that hair to get anything removed. That way I can make sure I'm getting the cleanest blend on this dude's head. Right here we have the quick chop down with the number 2 guard. To make sure you are getting the hair evenly chopped down and blended right, just go like different angles like I am, up and down, side to side. It all depends on how you can see which way the person's hair is actually growing. You can't really see the line in the video, but I am doing a nice flicking out motion that I like to do just to get rid of the very bottom line and to make sure it looks nice and crispy right there. Still blending out the sides, and the guard I'm using here is the number 1 with the lever all the way open. Now I didn't want to waste any more time, so I went ahead and just skipped using the half guard, and I started with no guard on. These clippers with no guard on and the lever all the way open, it's most likely like using a half guard already, so it blended it out nice on the bottom. Here's where I attach the half guard, and I just close the lever a little bit, and I'm going to go all the way around the head and just start blending in at the sides. Just doing some thinning shear work with the comb. This really helps me to get a nice blend on the crown area, just to kind of blend in with the sides. It does a very good job, and if you guys haven't tried to use this technique yet, I definitely recommend it for all hair types and cuts. The remainder of this cut will just be a little bit of touch-up work, me going around the head, just seeing what needs to be done. These next few slides, you'll just see me blending in with different guards and whatnot. I do want to say that I have no filters on this video itself. The light that you see is the light in my bathroom plus my ring light, but this dude has some very dark hair, as you can see, but I'm doing clipper over comb. It doesn't even look like I'm cutting anything off on camera, but in person I definitely was. And here we are with the thinning shear work again. I swear, if you guys can't get it with clipper over comb, or that seems a little too hard for you, definitely try out your thinning shears to help thin out some hair like on the top part. When you're doing a haircut like this, it'll work wonders. We are here at the end of the video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in every time. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and go ahead and like the video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a blessed day.